G'day and welcome to another episode of Making Munch with Mike. The lighting's working. I don't know why. I feel like I throw enough light on myself, but I think it's a weird amount of light in the background and in the foreground, and I don't know. I could give you more of a view of the fridge, I guess, and I'd get a more even lighting, but This isn't about having good lighting or having a good video or anything. I'd be trying too hard. I do have a light ring, but it's fine. But yeah, anyway, if I have it shining straight on my face, it's way too bright and I'm just blinded. But if I have it a bit to the behind the camera, behind the phone, then it's not so bad. Anyway, wild. What a day. It's so cold. I think lockdown's fine, but if it was warmer, that would be nice. I don't know. My house is very cold. Normally, during the cold months of the year, I don't spend that much time in my house where it's so cold. I go to other places that are much warmer. So, anyway. So, yeah. I've been seeing that there's one person watching every video. I don't know if that's me when I upload it or something. But one viewer. So, one viewer out there, thank you. I haven't checked. I need to check if the Steam Deck episode got more views for being named Steam Deck. Did people click on it? Was that a clickbait title? I don't know. Clickbait is a bit funny. Bit of a funny thing. Get done for clickbaiting. It's fun to clickbait. You just say it's going to be relevant to this thing and it's not. Although that Steam Deck episode, I did talk about the Steam Deck the whole time, but I didn't have any information to present about it, really. Except information to someone who knows nothing about it. And even then, yeah, probably not all that clear. Anyway, does this count as like a boomer meme if I explain what the Steam Deck is to that sort of level? Oof. I gotta start dropping the clarity, otherwise people will call me a boomer. I'm not a boomer, I'm a zoomer. I've gotta go fast, Dad. Why has my light just dropped so hard? Anyway, let me turn you this way. Look. You can see the broom handle and the dustpan. That's so lucky. But terrible framing of the shot, and now I can see the light and Anyway, before starting this, I scraped the pan, all the oil off the pan, which is a good choice. But I didn't put any olive oil down on top. And I'm like, was that a bad choice? I don't know. Sausage has got enough oil in it. It'll oil the pan up for me. It's not sticking anywhere. I really didn't scrape that much oil off. But I did scrape a lot of oil off and I went, oops. Not being cleaning as regularly as I maybe should be. Yeah, I don't know much about having a cast iron pan. It's the only cast iron pan I've ever had. This is the most love it's got. I liked, once I watched a Jamie Oliver 30-minute meals or whatever he does, and he does a roast in 30 minutes, but like the trick is you get the pan really hot and you sear it on the outside and then you just shove it straight in the oven. So I was like, yeah, I can do that because I've got a cast iron pan. So I sear it on the outside. Probably two mistakes. Didn't get the pan hot enough to sear it on the outside properly. I had a lamb roast, leg of lamb. Okay, three mistakes. That oven that I had was terrible. And so I think I tried to preheat it, but it just was very inconsistent in temperature. So as much as sort of I did the pan thing at the start to help, the oven was too terrible. Anyway, and then the other mistake probably was just the weird shape of the lamb roast. To do the pre-pan work, you need a fairly even shape to be able to get all the areas. But I just had like a leg bone sticking out. So you need like one of those prepared roasts that have it's just all in a net or whatever, and it's boneless and it's got whatever else going on. But I didn't get that because I'm cheap. I always go for the cheapest meat, cheapest possible. Get sausage, get cheap meat. It's a good option. But yeah. Anyway, what a time. What a time. Anyway. Cool sauce. Cool sauce. Yeah. I think a good part of a roast is the potatoes, but again, very expensive part of the meal. I follow on Reddit this thing, cheap meals, and someone put cottage pie on as a cheap meal. I'm just like, what? I mean, for one, they called it shepherd's pie, but they used beef, so obviously it's cottage pie, not shepherd's pie. But also, I'm just like, beef and potatoes is not any kind of starting point for a cheap meal. Unless you're portioning everyone just a tiny amount, it's just not a cheap meal. It's just not. Not by my version of what a cheap meal is. Cheap meal is much cheaper than that. But I suppose like you are using beef, you're like using mince, so it's a good bit cheaper if you're using sort of a low quality mince. But still, I don't really mind how low quality the mince is. It's cheap. So, yeah. Anyway. Life. What a dream. What a dream. I also liked the other day, or maybe it was a couple of weeks ago, on cheap meals, someone was asking, I've only got like $5 to last another few days until payday. Like, what do I do? And they had to feed themselves and their daughter. Like, oh man, that's going to be hard. And so there were all sorts of suggestions. But one person suggested get bulk rice. I was like, generally spending a few dollars on, I think like generally advice is rice and beans. But if you're only spending a few dollars on rice, a few dollars on beans, what kind of bulk is that going to achieve? Anyway, there are things to set up for in the future, but yeah, kind of very interesting. I've never been in that situation to be like, I've got no money until payday. Just never been in that spot. It's a tough world people live in, to end up in a situation where you're sort of paying everything off, or whatever the situation is, that you don't have money. for food, just for basic meals. Not even to buy rice. As boring as rice is. Rice isn't boring, rice is fun. Weird. But one thing that I really want to do again one day, I used to make this thing, and everyone else hated it, but I loved it. And I'm like, why did I love it? Maybe did I love it just because it was cheap, or did I love it because it was good? But I would cook rice and lentils together in the rice cooker. So I'd do 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of lentils. And I think I would fill the water to the 3-cup mark and cook it. And I just thought it was fantastic. Brilliant. Because then all in one is this rice and lentil. But I think I overhydrated it, so it was a mush. I wasn't very, here is a grain of rice and here is a lentil. It was a delicious paste. But I thought it was brilliant. I want to try it again because I stopped making it when it was confirmed to me by numerous people of numerous palates. This is awful. But I liked it. Did I like it just because it was cheap? Or did I like it because it was good? So maybe one day I'll make that for myself again and I'll eat it and then I'll tell you about it. And hopefully I have the lighting working properly tomorrow. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, this has been Making Munch with Mike. Hope you have a splendid day until I release the next video tomorrow. Have a good one. Au revoir.